enormous. Legal battles, patent restrictions, and negative media coverage could all be used to slow down or prevent its implementation. The companies that stand to lose billions will not let this technology disrupt their industries without a fight. But despite these challenges, one man refused to back down, and his story is nothing short of extraordinary. From high school dropout to groundbreaking inventor, Maxwell Chikumbutso's story is not one of privilege or access to elite institutions, perseverance, self-learning, and defying expectations. Unlike the engineers at Tesla or major automotive companies, he never had formal training in engineering. Born and raised in Zimbabwe, he grew up in an environment with limited resources but possessed an insatiable curiosity for how things worked. Instead of waiting for an opportunity, he created one. His journey into invention began at an early age when he started dismantling radios and old electronic devices to understand their mechanics. Without professional guidance or access to textbooks, he relied entirely on trial and error. While most children his age were focusing on schoolwork, he was teaching himself about circuits, electrical currents, and transmission frequencies. Despite dropping out of high school due to financial struggles, Chikiumbutso never stopped learning. Instead, he doubled down on his experiments, determined to prove that formal education was not the only path to groundbreaking discoveries. But Chikiumbutso's self-powered vehicle was not his first breakthrough. His past work proved that he had been ahead of his time for years. And this is not his first major invention. His past work proves he was ahead of his time. His other inventions that shocked the world. Before unveiling his self-powered vehicle, Chikiumbutso had already developed several revolutionary technologies that caught the attention of both admirers and skeptics. His inventions were not theoretical ideas, they were functional prototypes that could be demonstrated and tested. While the world was focused on refining battery-powered solutions, he was working on something completely different: energy independence. One of his earliest inventions was a self-powered television that did not require an external power source. Unlike rely on electricity from the grid, this device generates its own energy, making it particularly useful for areas with limited access to power. If widely adopted, such technology could eliminate the electrical wiring in homes, especially in developing regions where electricity is scarce. Chikiumbutso also invented a fuel-free generator that could produce electricity without gasoline, diesel, or any other combustible fuel. Instead, it harnessed radio frequency energy from the environment and converted it into usable power. If scaled up, this invention could provide a limitless and cost-free energy source for millions of people, reducing dependence on fossil fuels and government-controlled power grids. Perhaps one of his most ambitious projects before the self-powered car was a hybrid-powered helicopter. While the aviation industry was focused on making fuel more efficient, Chikiumbutso developed a helicopter that used a combination of self-sustaining energy sources, significantly reducing its reliance on traditional fuel. This technology had the potential to reshape not only aviation but also military and emergency transport industries, offering a reliable and sustainable alternative. Everything changed, however, when he revealed his most ambitious project yet, the self-powered car. But when he publicly revealed the self-powered car, everything changed. The demonstration that left experts speechless. The world got its first real look at Chikiumbutso's self-powered car during a live demonstration in Zimbabwe's capital. This was not an animated concept video or a private test behind closed doors. It was a public unveiling attended by scientists, engineers, investors, and journalists. Unlike traditional electric vehicles, which rely on charging stations or large battery packs, Chikiumbutso's car powered itself independently, continuously generating energy as it moved. Skepticism was high going into the demonstration. Many engineers doubted that a self-sustaining vehicle was even possible. Some assumed that hidden batteries or fuel reserves must be powering the car. However, independent tests were conducted to verify its authenticity. Investigators thoroughly examined the vehicle, checking for secret fuel compartments, power inputs, or hidden energy storage units. They found nothing. There was no gasoline tank, no external charging port, and no lithium-ion battery pack. When the car started moving effortlessly, the crowd watched in disbelief. Engineers and scientists, who had spent years perfecting traditional energy-dependent technologies, were left searching for explanations. If this invention was real, it had the potential to disrupt the entire transportation and energy industries. A vehicle that never required refueling or charging could render gas stations, oil refineries, and even electric vehicle charging networks obsolete. News of the demonstration quickly spread. Videos of the event circulated online, sparking heated debates among experts and skeptics. Some called it one of the most significant breakthroughs in modern history, while others questioned whether the technology could be mass-produced or replicated on a larger scale. However, the excitement did not last long. As with many disruptive inventions, powerful interests quickly took notice. The idea of free, self-sustaining energy was not just revolutionary, it was threatening to multi-trillion-dollar industries. And those industries were not going to sit back and watch their dominance be challenged. However, the excitement quickly turned to controversy. Many wanted this invention buried. The threats, assassination attempts, and roadblocks. With every great innovation comes resistance, and Chikiumbutso's self-powered car was no exception. As news of his demonstration spread, so did opposition from powerful entities that saw his technology as a direct threat to their profits and control over global energy markets. Shortly after unveiling the vehicle, Chikiumbutso began receiving threats. Reports emerged that individuals connected to major energy corporations were actively working to discredit his work. Some attempted to pressure him into selling his technology, while others warned him to stop pursuing the project altogether. When persuasion did not work, intimidation followed. One of the most chilling incidents was the alleged poisoning of his business partner. This mysterious and sudden death raised serious concerns. Was this just a coincidence? Or was someone trying to silence those involved in the project? Chikiumbutso himself claimed to have survived an assassination attempt, further fueling speculation that his work had made him a target. Beyond physical threats, institutional roadblocks also began to appear. When Chikiumbutso attempted to patent his self-powered technology, he faced repeated rejections. Authorities and regulatory agencies claimed that his invention violated established laws of physics and refused to grant him legal recognition. Instead of investigating the technology further, when it comes to cars, we all want more power, more efficiency, and less cost. But what if I told you that Africa just unveiled a car that never needs fuel, never needs charging, and could disrupt the entire auto industry? And here's the kicker: the world's biggest automakers and energy companies are scrambling to figure out what happens next. In this video, we are diving into Africa's revolutionary self-powered vehicle, a game-changing invention that has left engineers and automakers in shock. And trust me, this is not just another electric car. Stick with me to the end, because this is not just an innovation, it is a revolution that could change transportation forever. What's happening? In an astonishing breakthrough, Maxwell Chikumbutso, an inventor from Zimbabwe, has unveiled a self-powered car, a vehicle that never needs fuel or charging. Unlike electric vehicles that rely on massive lithium-ion batteries or hydrogen fuel cells, Chikiumbutso's car generates its own power while in motion. This means no trips to the gas station, no dependence on charging infrastructure, and no need for costly battery replacements. The implications of this innovation are monumental. If scalable, this technology could wipe out entire industries built around fueling and charging vehicles, gas stations, charging stations, and even electric power grids could become obsolete for transportation. Skeptics argue that such an idea defies the laws of physics, yet demonstrations have shown that the vehicle moves without an external power source. While experts are still debating how the system works, the car's ability to operate independently of traditional energy sources has already shaken the global auto industry. But What makes this car truly revolutionary is the breakthrough energy technology that powers it. The technology that makes it work, according to Chikiumbutso, his microsonic energy. Device converts radio waves into direct usable energy, providing power not only for the motor, but also for other electronic components within the car. This challenges conventional physics, where energy harvesting from radio waves has typically been dismissed as too weak to power something as energy-intensive as a vehicle. Despite skepticism from the scientific community, live demonstrations have stunned engineers. The vehicle has been tested in front of experts who were unable to explain how it continued running without a battery or visible fuel source. Some have suggested that Chikiumbutso's technology amplifies ambient radio frequencies, increasing their energy output beyond what was previously considered possible. While some question the long-term scalability of this technology, one thing is certain. If proven effective, it could revolutionize not only the automotive industry but the entire energy sector. However, this is not just about cars. This innovation has the potential to transform how we use energy on a global scale. A power source for everything, not just cars. The implications of self-sustaining energy technology go far beyond transportation. If microsonic energy can be scaled, it could provide a limitless, decentralized energy source for homes,